So y'all, I think that I'm going to be changing the model. Okay, let's talk about it. I think that I'm going to be changing the model in the way that I do business. Okay, um, and I'm gonna say I think right now because I'm not really sure. I need time to think on this, but I think that I'm going to change it because every retrograde I go through something like this. Every retrograde. And to me, this is God telling me that um, I need to do something different. So, hey, tonight I got a very long email from somebody that I would say is a regular of mine, right? And she expressed her grievances, and I ain't gonna go to. No, nobody did nothing. I'm cool. I'm happy. Everything is great. But I got an email tonight, and I like to talk about some of y'all um, grievances on live, not to embarrass you, but to, because I'm sure other people may feel the same way you do. I don't know. But I'm happy to address it because a lot of times I don't. Or me being a Libra, I do my people pleasing thing where I people please and try to accommodate. And that's not me being real with myself. TTMY, send it to my phone, please. And I'll get it done. So, you guys know when I first started this, I was very surprised. You know what I'm saying? You're welcome, baby. I was very surprised at how this business took off fast for me. I was overwhelmed. I had a job at the time. It was a lot, you know, and nothing prepared me for the success that will come. But I'm here now. I'm grateful for it. I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for y'all. Every retrograde, I go through somebody being upset at me because I have had to reschedule them more than one time. I feel like I have set a standard for myself that is beginning to be hard for me to fulfill as I grow. But there were some things that said that were weird to me, right? Not necessarily just weird, but very, this is what I think is happening type thing, right? So I got an email from one of my regulars, and I love you, and I hope you know that I love you, but we're going to talk about it because I don't want to have a conversation on the phone at this point because I feel like a lot of y'all know me, right? At this point, y'all know me. We have a good rapport. We have a good relationship. Um, and all of y'all that know me know that if you text me after a certain time, I'm not going to respond with, oh, I'll call you right now or I'll try to fit you in. So if you text me at 7:30 at night, by this time I'm cooking family for my dinner. I'm talking about cooking family for my dinner, cooking dinner for my family. That was so dyslexic of me. I can't believe I just said that. But by this time I'm cooking dinner for my family, taking care of my two small children, and I'll say, okay, I may say okay to what you said. I may not respond to what you said. I may not respond to what you said. Can y'all hear me? Let me know y'all can hear me. Okay. So y'all know after a certain time, I may not respond. I may say okay. I may say I'll call you in the morning. I may say, I may just say nothing, honestly, right? And you know what? Shar is one of those people. Let me shout Shar out. Shar, Charlene Campbell, who y'all see in this chat, Shar is a woman that understands this is a spiritual practice. Shar been with me for a very long time. She understands this a spiritual practice. Shar have never, and when I say never, I mean never text me on some you putting other people before me. I'm not a celebrity, yada yada yada. None of that, right? Because she would never think that about me. Hold on, hold on. Okay, y'all. But okay, when I say I have took weeks to respond to Shar's request, but you know what? She know I'm coming because she understands that she's not the only person that shot with me. I'm not upset about this, y'all. But I just want y'all to know this is the lesson that I'm learning in the retrograde. Y'all know how Sloan Bella or Quatita or Isabel do their readings? You have to email them and ask them for a reading, right? You have to email them and ask them for a reading. And then they have to hit you back. Even this, it's a girl on Instagram. Her name, I forgot what her name is, but she bomb. She a bomb reader. You feel me? You have to email her and she get back to you when she can. I never wanted my business to be that way. I wanted to be able to have y'all schedule with me and I follow up with a phone call. Where I have lacked transparency with y'all is my schedule may say one thing for the day, but you know what? My first call may be so spiritually draining that I'm out for the rest of the day because this person then took me through everything that I could go through spiritually with something that I have talked to them about several times. And you know, I blame myself because I got up here, I've got on live, explained myself, gave y'all 100 reasons, because it really do be stuff going on, but it's not stuff that I can't control. But I done gave y'all reasons as to why I can't do this today, because I got A, B, and C going on. That's also spiritually draining for me because, you know, the readings don't stop. You get what I'm saying? Like, a spirit coming to me doesn't stop. That does not stop. That is a 24/7 situation that I got, right? Okay. So I get this email from somebody that's my regular. She said, Bree, I've been with you since 2019. You really hurt my feelings tonight when I text you and you didn't even apologize. You didn't even apologize. Now, y'all know I'm a person that likes to talk to people on the phone. 100 different numbers texting me. I do not know who you are. I don't know who you are. You texted my personal phone at 7 o'clock about me calling you today, right? I don't normally work on Mondays, but I was supposed to call you at a certain time. 5 minutes after the time that I did not call you, you could reach out to me and say, hey, Bree, I didn't hear from you. Can you call? A lot of people can attest to the fact that that's how we end up getting on the phone because 9 times out of 10, you know, I may have forgot because I don't normally work on Mondays or Fridays. So if I'm fitting you in on a Monday or a Friday, sometimes, you know, I will forget. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? But if I do forget and you text me within the time I'm supposed to call you, I'm going to call you right then and there. I don't care if I'm in the shower because I have an obligation to you. But that's where I blame myself at. That's where I blame myself. That's where I blame myself at. Because I've done that and accommodated a lot of people, right? And then I get emails like this during the retrograde because the spirit is trying to show me that I got to do something different. So I don't know if I'm going to take my complete website down and do it on an email basis. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. But a lot of people that do book with me and they understand readings, they don't even bother me. They don't even bother me because they understand. But let me get back to the email. So in this email, she says, um, she been with me since 2019. Oh, let me put this down. This is basil, guys, for the people that's watching. It's basil. It's not real. It's a prop. So, in this email, she says she's been with me since 2019. She says I can count on my one hand. She says I can count on my one hand how many times you have held true to the appointment. What she says. And she said, I understand that you have babies, but I have a family. I have a family as well. So I understand how it's juggling things. And I'm not gonna lie, the hot-tempered person in me got offended by that. Because, for one, let's just be real. I do thousands of readings in a week. I have a newborn baby. I was doing readings out of the hospital for y'all because you needed me. You know what I'm saying? You needed me. I would be in the hospital doing readings after having a baby. 1 week postpartum reading. You know, because it's a demand for me. People need me. And for somebody to say that, I felt offended. But I'm still going to respond in love because I'm not in a bad place in my life. I'm happy. And I may lose a client or two. But God is going to replace it because he always does, right? But what I find so very disturbing is when it's my regular people that know. I know for a fact, know better than that, right? And then you write me and you say, we can talk about this like two grown women. We can talk about this like two grown women because I say this, but I'm holding you accountable. And I appreciate that. I appreciate you holding me accountable because you helped me hold myself accountable. I have spoiled a lot of my clients. I have read people in the middle of the night. I read people for free. I do work for free. I do work for free. I don't charge half of what I could. Babe, you ready? Because I'm ready. Or you want me to wait a few minutes? Huh? You ready? I'm going to your man cave then. I'll be there when you get there. I got it already. But I'm sorry, y'all. The boys is still up, and you're trying to get the boys down. So, like I was saying, I've done work for free, but none of that matters. What matters is I had a client that's been with me since 2019 that felt like she needed to write me because I didn't apologize to her in that moment. But anybody that I've ever worked with will tell you if I'm late, if I miss you, I'm going to apologize to you. I'm going to. I'm going to apologize to you. Every retrograde, I have one person that does this to me. And I literally be upset. But now sitting back and looking at it, I don't know why I be upset because I can't please everybody. This is a spiritual business. Sometimes the reading's not going to happen at the scheduled time. It's not going to happen in your time. It's going to happen when it's meant to happen. Sometimes the energy around you is so fucking chaotic that I can't even call you because your energy is too chaotic. Sometimes the person before you got a lot more going on than you do. Fucked up. I may have took them for free because they need me for real. I love y'all. I respect y'all. I understand y'all time is valuable. And some days I don't communicate if I'm going to miss you. And then you have days that I will. I will email you and say, hey, I can't call you today. But some days I don't. Because it's a day by day thing. And you want to keep this shit business oriented because you providing a service for people, but it's a lot harder than what it makes it seem. But you know what disturbed me most about her email? And she said, I'm not a celebrity and I don't feel like you should show favoritism. Do y'all know how many people that are celebrities that I cut off because their morals don't align with mine? So why do you think that I would show them favoritism? Why do you think that I would show anybody favoritism? I love everybody equally. That hurt my feelings the most because being on this journey, I never changed. I could have quit doing YouTube and went and been a personal reader for a celebrity for 6 figures, and I didn't. I didn't. I did not. And I even came and told y'all about the opportunity and laughed at the person for thinking that they could pay me to leave the people that supported me and helped build this. I feel like that's what bothered me the most. I'm not perfect. This is a business, but this is a spiritual business. Maybe that day wasn't your day. I'ma always get you rescheduled. If you want to text me and say, Bree, why you didn't read me today? I'll tell you. From this day forward, I will not make no excuse. If the energy wasn't right, if I was in a bad space, because I got personal shit that go on. You know, me and EJ might get into a knockout, drag out argument in here because we humans. And if I get into an argument with EJ, I'm not calling you because I'm not going to bring that energy to you. I'm not going to have an attitude when I call you. If I'm overstimulated because my baby cried all night because he's teething and I don't feel that spiritually I feel like I'm ready to talk, I'm not going to, because I'm not going to bring it, because your reading is not going to be accurate. Everybody always wants to know, how are you reading so on point? It's scary. You want to know why? Because I take my time and I move in the spirit. I don't give y'all readings on YouTube at your demand. When the spirit say, hey, you need to read on this and you need to let the public know, that's when I do it. That's why you don't see me pumping out tarot readings for people's entertainment, because this is not an entertainment business. That's why you don't see me going live every time something in the world happens. Because I move when the spirit tell me to move. This ain't for play, baby. This is for real. So if you wondering how I'm so accurate, that's why. That's why. You wondering why I haven't did mediumship since 2019? Because the spirit told me to stop. Now I'm allowed to do it, so now I'm doing it again. I'm only taking 15 a month because I know my limit. I'm a real spiritualist. I don't play with y'all. And it may not come when you want it to. It may not come when it's supposed to. But I'm damn thorough and good at what I do. And I'm tired of taking people's disappointments and making it my own, because I'm not wrong for how I operate my business, because only I and these spirits around here know what really go on with me. This is heavy. This ain't no easy job. You see people pumping out readings every day and doing horoscope. Horoscope ain't nothing to do. But when you pulling on people's energy, it get ugly sometimes. And a lot of spiritualists have marginalized readings too much that people can't even live in reality and what readings really are. That's an energy pull. I am energetically pulling on you. I am talking to your spirits in another realm. I'm talking to your spirits in another realm. I'm speaking with your spirits in another realm. They're coming to me energetically. That drains me because the veil is lifted for me. You don't understand. You don't understand what it is to be a intuitive reader. I'm not even a tarot card reader. I'm an intuitive reader. A lot of times I'm reading out. I'm in the car doing something for my children, my grandmother. Heavy is the head that wear the crown. I ain't complaining because I'm blessed. But a lot of people don't get and understand what life is as a spiritualist. So I'm going to start opening the door for y'all to see. That is why a lot of good readers that are good, that are uh, put out here on this billboard to read, that's why they don't take appointments. Because of people like the people every retrograde that hit me up sharing their grievance or feeling like I've wronged them. When honestly, you should know my heart and know that I would never wrong you. You should know that when we get on the phone, I'm going to say, I apologize for missing you. I don't know how I forgot. Whatever I say. You know that I'm going to say that because you've been with me for 7 years. 6, 7 years. I've never not apologized for something, but because if I don't give it to you in your time, you're disappointed in me. And I used to take those things to heart, but I'm not taking it to heart no more. You don't have to stick around with me because you're loyal. You don't have to do that. If you don't feel happy with what I'm doing for you, you don't have to be here. And that's not me being ugly, that's me being real. Because sometimes people have to go their separate ways, and I accept that. When people even question your character, that's when you have to accept that they are not for you. That's it. I'm not mad. I'm not disappointed. I just noticed that every retrograde, I have went through this. And that's okay. That is okay. And from now on, every retrograde, when somebody feel like they want to express their grievances or whatever in my inbox, I'm going to say the same thing. I'm going to say the same thing. And I'm not mad. I'm actually okay. I normally would be mad about this, but I'm not. It's like, it's okay. And I understand that everybody that did that, my time was just up with them. They seen something on the internet that they felt like was better, and they went for it. And a lot of them end up circling back, but I won't take you back. Because I feel like once you kind of make that bed, you kind of like stay in, like you lay in it. I understand that you trust my judgment. I understand that sometimes you need my guidance. But what about me having my own guidance? How can I pour into your cup if mine is empty? I'm just saying. Would you rather me call you and lie? I would like to be accurate. I hate to give bad readings. I hate when I'm reading somebody and they on the phone with me and they don't even react. That makes me like, damn, I'm not doing my job today. That disappoints me. But when I'm on the phone and I say something to you and you say, whew, Bree, damn. You hit it on the head. That makes me feel good because I know that I'm providing you the service that you pay for. Everybody wants to know why I don't charge a lot for my readings. Because I know that this is a spiritual practice. I know that I might not be able to call you. So you know what? I don't want to inconvenience you and put a dent in your pockets if the spirit is not aligning with your reading. Because you know, a lot of people come to me for readings and they ain't right. A lot. I want to say at least 40%. So when I am going to give you a reading, if I do it on that day, great, and I do. I do them sometimes on the day that they do, and then some days I may reschedule you. I may reschedule you 2 or 3 times till the energy is right because I want our interaction to be a great interaction for you. And I've said this before, but I just feel like I need to be more calm in saying it because I feel like the other times that I've said it, it was a lot of rah rah going on, a lot of commotion, a lot of upsetness. And I still was not giving you full transparency because I wouldn't tell you that sometimes things are on spiritual timing because I felt like a lot of people not really even gonna understand what I'm talking about. I be like, damn, they don't know what I'm talking about. Because some days, and I have said this on other lives, some days I may sit down and get ready to read somebody in the spirit, be like, no, we're not doing that. They have a right to decline because they are giving me wisdom to give to you. I can't give you wisdom if they don't want to give you wisdom. It's like, what do you want me to say? You want me to lie? I can't lie. But today, I honestly forgot. I honestly forgot. And to me, everything happened for a reason. If I forgot, because it's some people, if I tell them I'm going to call them on Tuesday, I'll be texting them bright early. Hey, we got a call today. Blase, blase, whatever, whatever. Everything is energy based. And so maybe I forgot for that reason. So you could email me and speak your grievance. And for me to assess the way that you spoke it, because you say you come from a place of love, but you brought up the fact that you have a family like me. You brought up the fact that you thought that I was picking celebrities over you when I would never in a million years. And I put that on my granddaddy's grave. I would never choose a celebrity over one of my regular clients. Ever. I love them bad. I love y'all bad. I love y'all down. I wouldn't choose, especially my regulars. Absolutely not. I wouldn't choose anybody over y'all. So you know what I do to try to, again, pick up where I lack? I charge you cheap. I do one questions. I do rituals. I'm ready. Hey, baby. Yes. You don't want what I got?
You using your lighter?
No.
No. Can I use it?
I'm on live. Get out. What, baby? Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all. Did y'all hear? I don't think y'all heard nothing. Okay, because for one, hold on. Okay, but anyway, like I was saying, I would never pick celebrities over y'all because I charge them the same thing I charge y'all. Do y'all think that I charge them more because they're a celebrity? No, I'm a real business one. I charge them the same thing. So why would I choose them over you when they paying the same price that you paying? When I have celebrity people come in my inbox for one question, they get charged $10 just like you do. They are not special. They are regular people just like you are. So, like I said, everything happens for a reason. I'm not upset. I hope nobody is upset with me. I'm trying to figure out how I will model this. I don't know how I'm going to do it because I like my website so that I can see what I have for the week. I feel like emails are so clamored and everywhere. I feel like emails is a little crazy. I feel like that's why so many people get missed with other readers because they do the email and not to slight the other readers because they doing their damn thing and they doing what they calling is to do. But I feel like that's why a lot of people get missed because of the way of you got an email. You can't book a session. You can't book a session. So I did apologize to the young lady for my part of how she felt I responded to her because hey, when I feel like somebody responds to me a certain way, I'm gonna speak on it. Hey girl, I'm gonna speak on it. So I get you speaking on it to me because I would do the same thing. But I definitely would think that if I know a person or I've been intertwined with this person for years and I felt them energetically and I've spoken to them and I know their stance, I would know intuitively that they did not mean to disrespect me in any kind of way. I would know that, okay, it's after this person's business hours. I'll wait to hit them up. I'm going to give y'all a prime example before I go. My tax girl is the bomb. She's the bomb. She's the bomb. Okay? She does my taxes for me. That was a situation that I needed her to handle for me. She wasn't responding to me like she regularly responds to me. I didn't assume what she was doing. I said, hey, are you okay? Because you are not responding to me in a way that you normally respond to me. And I don't want to be a pest to you, but how can we sort this out? If everything is okay, can you reach back out to me and let me know how you can do A, B, and C for me? Because I need this done. Because I respect her. I respect her business. I respect her personal things that she have going on. And I understand that I am not first in her life because she has other people that come before me. She has a family. She has a husband. She has her everyday life that she got to deal with other things besides me. So, yes, this is important to me, but I need to make sure that she is okay enough to do the job that I need her to do for me. And if she's not okay and she say, hey, I'm really going through it right now, I will say, okay, well, I'm going to give you a few days and I'll come back and we'll revisit this because that is me respecting the fact that she is a human that is running a business. She worked with so many people every single day that she is not Walmart. I cannot walk into her and get what I want, pay for it, and leave. Everybody has made things so internet, so fast paced that nobody lives in reality anymore. And the two things that offended me was about my babies, because that ain't even your place to speak on. Because even if it was behind my children, who are you to say that that's a problem? Who are you to say that it is a problem? Why do you need to tell me that you have a family too? That's why I say people cross the line. I'm too personable. I let people too into my life because to me that was crossing the line. I take offense to that. I take offense to that because if I did respond to you and tell you that it was something going on with one of my sons or my daughters, who are you to tell me that that is not an excuse? You don't know my situation. Then to put on me, you say you don't have much of a support system. So the people that you feel is your support system, meaning that I am one of your people in the support system. Did I ask you to be that to you? Why is a intuitive reader a part of your support system? An intuitive reader that is not personalized just to you. Yes, I offer you guidance. Yes, I offer you support in your dark moments if that is what I am aligned to do. But why would you individually put that weight on me? Why would you individually decide to put that weight on me? Why would you put that weight on me? Again, Elaine Hargrove, did you hear me say that I had distractions? Where did you hear me say that at? Because I was rescheduling people when I was in my office. Where did you hear me say that I had distractions in my home? People hear what they want to. You didn't hear me say that. Nobody's distracting me. My boys go they go to daycare. My boys go to daycare. Where is the distraction? I have 3 teenagers that are hardly ever home. Kanaya and CJ are about to go to Florida. Chastity's about to go to the beach. Where did you hear me say that there are distractions in my home? My man worked 10 to 12 hours a day. I'm here by myself. I said sometimes your call does not spiritually align. When you see my kids come in, it's in the afternoon. This is their home. It's after 5 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock at night. Chastity can come in here right now and ask me for a lighter for whatever reason that she need. It's 11 o'clock. I'm on live. But this is their home. I'm their mom. They can come in here. You see them come in on live, but when I am working, you don't know, they don't come in on me. And if they do, the few times that they may have, whoever on the phone, they know it's Chastity, Kanaya, or CJ, and they respect that. They don't get upset. They don't say nothing. This is not about my kids coming in here. This is not about me having distractions in my home. This is about people putting unrealistic expectations on me because they feel like they can. How can you make me a part of your support system when you do not know me in real life? Like in everyday life. We don't talk every day. How can they consider that, Elaine? When I'm on live, I don't have my kids can come where they want to when I'm on live. Should people go into an office when I call them? Because they have their kids in the background, or they man walk in and say something, or they mama walk in and say something, or some of them be at work when I call them. And guess what they do? Hold on, Brene, I gotta put you on hold right quick because I'm at work. And they scheduled the appointment knowing that they was gonna be at work. Should they go somewhere to eliminate the distractions? This ain't no one-sided thing. We live real life. We live real life, y'all. We live real life. We live in a real world. And ain't no way I can be understanding of that, but y'all can't. We live real life. I'm not gonna hang up on you because your kid's in the background. I'm not gonna tell you I can't read you because you feel me. I'm not doing that. Oh, Elaine, ain't no reason to put the exclamation mark. Baby, we cool as a breeze. I'm just responding to what you said. You gotta know I'm not mad. Y'all know when I'm mad. I ain't mad. I'm not mad. And nothing that you said. I'm just breaking it down for you. I want you to see how in that moment you was trying to people please some people that you can't please. You are never going to be able to please everybody. You you ain't never going to be able to please everybody. No matter what you do. I can say I'm sorry 1,000 times. I can kiss your feet, but it's going to be somebody. It's going to be somebody that ain't going to be happy with it. Girl, email readings be a mess. If I go strictly email, girl, I would be missing people readings for months because you don't know why. Nobody don't say nothing. They don't say nothing. If I miss them, they won't say a word. They won't say nothing. They'll just come to me a couple of months later or go to my PayPal and dispute their charges instead of saying something. You get what I'm saying? Like, so it does that ain't gonna work. I have to call them. They want me to call. I have some people that they will have a reading book for the day. Say, "Oh, Brie, I forgot I had to do A, B, and C. Can you send me a voice note?" And then guess what ends up happening? I forget that I'm supposed to send them a voice note because I'm working on other people's readings. And guess what? Now they're mad at me because they can't hold up to their end to be on the other side of the phone at the time that they scheduled because they forgot they had to do something. And they mad when I don't send them voice notes. But then you got some people like Drea. See, I can call them by name. You got some people like Drea that she asked for a voice note. Do y'all know? I forgot. But tonight I was going through my phone. And Drea, I apologize because I did forget. But I'm going to send you that voice note as soon as I get up in the morning. She asked for a voice note because something came up personal in her life and she couldn't take her reading that day. And I totally understood. So you know what? I said, okay, but I forgot. Because you want to know why? I did about 12 other people after she reached out to me. So I forgot. But you know what she haven't said? Bree, you ain't this. You're putting other people before me. No, because she understands this is a business. This is a business. And if you're not ready when I'm ready, it might be some delays. Yeah, people would miss my email. They would think I didn't email them. Y'all, when I do one question, do you know how many people think I didn't answer their question? Come to find out, I go back and look and I didn't answer their question. But they didn't even see it because they ain't paying no attention. It don't matter what you do. You ain't pleasing everybody. Period. Thank you, Drea. That's your tribe. The people that understand that life happens, things happen, all that. You feel me? Like things happen, and no, I'm not gonna hop on YouTube every time Trump do something crazy. No, I'm not gonna hop on YouTube every time something blow up. No, I'm not gonna hop on YouTube every time something happen in the celebrity world because we live real life. I care about how y'all feel, but I also care about myself. And I have neglected myself for years because I don't want to be a bad businesswoman. I hate that. I can't even be, completely transparent about things being on spiritual time because some people may not understand that or think it's bullshit because you got other people that might actually do it. But then you got some people that do the same thing as me. But y'all only complain to me because I seem personable like that. But I bet you ain't telling no Sloan Bella. You didn't email me today. You didn't email me today. You didn't do this today. But because I'm the black girl that does the readings and the rituals and things like that, I'm your neighborhood home girl. You feel like you can gaslight me into a situation that I shouldn't be gaslighted into. We shouldn't even have a conversation like that if you have a rapport with me. Because if you have a rapport with me and you are acknowledging that my past, I've done readings for you, right? And you're acknowledging that you got those readings, why would you even come back around and say you didn't hold true to the time, but you got the reading though? And a few times, we probably didn't hold true to the reading because of you. But I didn't say, well, you did A, B, and C, because that's not, because your life happened. You can't stop what happened in your life. So I said all this to say, readings are a spiritual practice. Some days are better than others. I'm not going to excuse that. I've always said I would do better to communicate. If I miss you, I forgot about you. I forgot. We might have had something going on. I forgot. And or if I didn't hit you, maybe I called you and you didn't answer the phone. It went to the voicemail. And I get a lot of y'all playing like y'all didn't have no missed call. Whole time I done called you. Then I got to screenshot my call out, send it to you that I called you. Whole time you playing, saying I didn't call you, knowing that I called you. I'm no longer in a rush. I appreciate the people that support me. I love you. I care about you. I value you because you are valuable to me. But what I will not do is coddle anybody anymore. Mm-mm. This is what the retrograde is teaching me. Every Mercury retrograde, this happens. No other time. Every Mercury retrograde, no other time. It never fails. But they still come back to me. Even when they do all of this, they still come back to me. And I say to myself, why would you say all of that to me? Just to come back to me. I had a lady curse me for filth, call me all kind of bitches and motherfuckers. I promise y'all, God is my witness. Then turned around and said, Bree, can you still do the work for me? Because I don't trust nobody but you. I'm not playing, y'all. I'm not playing. Y'all, she cussed me out. Called me all kind of bitches and motherfuckers. And I ain't shit and fuck me because she's spiritual too and la la la. And turned around in the same breath and asked me to do work for her. Even sent the money. And I sent the money back. And it was well over $400 that she sent me for work that she needed me to do. And I sent it back. That's the type of shit I be dealing with. And I be taking it like a lot of times what y'all see on here, how I be going off, I do not go out. I don't go off like that. And you know what? It really bothers me when somebody texts me and be like, Bree, I don't want to say this because I don't want you to get mad at me. And I be thinking to myself like, damn, am I really that bad? Because I really don't be cussing people out like behind the scenes like that. I really don't be cussing people out for real behind the scenes. But I think I done cuss people out so much on YouTube that people think that it really be like that, but it really don't be like that because I'm not that type of person. I don't have time for that every day. It's just whatever day you might catch, whatever day, whatever way my skills is tipping. So, yeah, that's the type of shit I deal with. But with this person, I love them. I don't have nothing against them. I'm happy they spoke their piece. I would have spoke mine too, especially with somebody that I shot with. But the difference between how I would have spoke my piece and how she spoke hers, it's not the same way. Because I would have never said anything about her personal life if it was me. And I would have said anything about her putting anybody before me. Because why would I even think that? Why would I even think that? So, every retrograde this happens. So, we're going to make a note of this. So, for the next retrograde, this will not happen. I am going to sit down this weekend, because I can't do it this week because I have so many people this week. I'm going to sit down during the weekend and devise a plan of how I can do this better, because I have to fix this so that next retrograde, nobody has the opportunity to say this to me. Nobody has the opportunity to email me with this or text me with this. Because it always come in the form of, and that lady that I said cussed me out, that was last retrograde. She cursed me out because I wanted to get off the phone with her because she had to have me on the phone for 45 minutes. And she was very spiritually draining. She went from telling me her issues to crying, to talking about some old shit from back in the day, to talking about some shit right now, to crying, to being upset, to telling me about some shit that she did, to that. And I got off the phone with her. And she ended up texting me this whole long ass thing about how she been with me since 2019 and how I'm not caring about her feelings, and she support me, and she, hey y'all, and how she support me, and how I'm fucked up but not giving a fuck about how she feel. But I listened to you for 45 minutes while I was cooking dinner for my children and my husband. In between me being a mom to a little bitty baby and a 2-year-old at the time. I balanced that out and listened to you for 45 minutes. And you still cussed me out and told me that I wasn't shit for that. That was last retrograde. So now this retrograde, because I didn't recognize the number and somebody texted and said, hey Bree, we didn't get on a call today. And all I said was, hey, I will text you in the morning because it's after 5, which is my business hours. I will text you in the morning. And I thought by texting this person back and telling them that it was after my business hours, setting a boundary. It was after my business hours and I would text them in the morning. I thought that they would be okay with that. And I noticed that they didn't text me back. So then I went in my email looking for something totally different. See how the spirit worked? And there was an email from this person. And I didn't even know it was them. But like I told them, whether I knew it was you or not, you still text me after my business hours. And then you explain to me how the only time you can catch me is on your lunch break. You make yourself available for me. And the times that I'm closed is after the hours that you get off. You put that weight on me because it's not within your hours. Do you know a lot of people haven't booked me because of the hours that I'm not open? Most people like that end up booking an emergency reading and just talking to me on an emergency basis. That's what most people do. If they can't talk to me during my business hours, they just book an emergency reading and just talk to me. And I'm going to start taking emergency readings on the weekend. So that will help a lot of my people that work out. I'm going to start doing it. But it's like, yeah, she really gave it to me. And like I just started off saying, I apologize the same way I started this live off. I apologize. I don't feel away. And if you felt like I felt the way, or you felt like I was abrupt or rude, I apologize for that because that's not my intention. My intention is to set a boundary because I have a hard time doing that with people that I interact with and that I love. And I don't just be knowing y'all numbers by heart. I don't. The only way I know your number is if you got an iPhone and I see your picture. Because I recognize your face. If you're on live and you got the same picture, I know that. Or if you text me and say, like Shar do all the time, hey sis, this Shar, but I know it's her. You want to know how I know it's her? Because she had a picture up there with her name because she's a business lady. So, hello, I know it's her. That's how I know it's you. But a lot of times, I don't be knowing. I just be responding. And I be wanting you to be okay with my response till in the morning, or till I open back up, or till I can get to you. Because I'm gonna get to you. I'm not finna play with you like that. Period. Which is why I do have very little PayPal disputes, because most people that shop with me know I don't have a PayPal disputes like that. I think in the last 7 months, I only got like $100 worth of disputes because most people know me. You know what I'm saying? They know me. Look at Mel. I forgot about Mel. Guess what Mel will do? Bree, I guess you ain't calling today. Let me know when we rescheduling. That's how she talked to me. And I'd be like, oh, that's Mel. I know it's her. Because Bree, I guess we ain't talking today. Let me know when we rescheduling. Simple. These people that done been with me since 2019, every time. Don't play with me. Bree, let me know when you rescheduling me. Ain't I been rescheduled 3, 4 times? Nope. I guess we ain't talking about it. Guess the energy ain't right. She'll tell me in a heartbeat. And I respect that because she understand me. She know that ain't no ill intention in my heart. She know I'm not taking nothing from her. And she know I'm finna come. I'm coming. But you gotta allow that grace. Yep. Brittany the same way. You got to allow that grace. You have to, because you don't know what happened before you. You don't know who I talked to before you and what the hell they brought in my house. That's just how I go. And so I want to start garnering that. And I may put that in my terms and conditions. Like, this is a spiritual practice. You may not be subject to get a call on this day, but I will work with you to make sure that we are scheduling you for a day that is accommodating to you. I think that I definitely need to put that. But Brandini, it ain't even got nothing to do with with my life outside of this. Because I'm gonna tell you something. When it comes to like work, I have things in a lineup where I'm gonna be able to talk to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Mel, that is because I cannot do the email thing because I really won't. I will meet several people. I feel like I think I'm gonna put it in my terms and conditions that it may be subject, like the day may be subject to change. But it's never about that. It ain't never too much going, cause I normally have that lined up. The only way I'm up out of here off the kids is if it's an emergency. They do something at school, I got to go up there, and I already know they finna mess my day up if I got to do that. Hey Diane, or say, one of them gets sick or something. I gotta go get the boys from daycare or something, something like that. But just like every day, I have things in, order for my kids. So I feel like maybe I need to put into my terms and conditions because that is a lot of people's problems. And even though this is a business, it is a spiritual business, it is based on what the spirit sees fit. Sometimes you may not even be ready for your read. Another example. I had a girl run me down, baby. By her reading. Run me down. Brie, I want my reading. I said, okay, I'll go ahead and give it to you. The news that I gave her, she was not ready to receive. She came back to me 6 months later. Brie, I apologize. What you said happened. And I'm so in a spiral behind it. And I wasn't ready. I apologize because I rushed you. Because maybe if I wouldn't have rushed you, you would have had the time to tell me how to handle this situation. Because now I'm going through A, B, and C. Because I didn't even know how to take this. And I didn't know how to take it when you told me. But if I had waited, maybe I would have knew what to do. if you would have waited on me, I would have offered advice. Because if you know this song, when I read, when it's really like on me to say, I'm gonna give you advice. Yeah, you right, Mel. I'm gonna do that. That idea just came to me after I was sitting here like, maybe I need to put it in my terms and conditions. But I definitely have learned this lesson. I'm grateful to the universe for this lesson. I'm grateful to the person that came through and said what they said tonight to give me this epiphany and to make me come on here and be more open about this situation. Because as y'all can see, I was chilling, got my little ponytail in and my little nightgown. Honey was about to smoke me a little joint once the boys got down. But yeah, you know, that's just how it go. But I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful to be able to come and talk to y'all. I want y'all to know I don't even watch TV no more. Honey, Miss Nikki baby done did this interview with Jason Lee baby, and I can't even get to it because I work so much. But you know what? It's okay. I'm grateful. I prayed for things like this, and I accept it fully. I accept what the universe gives me when it comes to being busy. Hey, Erica, my baby. Um, I accept that. I accept the abundance that comes with my business, and I'm not complaining about it. Things happen, and I ain't gonna please everybody, and that's okay. But I just want you guys to start really considering, some of you guys, not all of you, but some of you that watch me, I would like for you to consider that maybe you will get it in divine timing, and that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Because when it's your time, baby, I'm going to lay it on you. And when I lay it on you, it's going to be to the T. It's going to be so to the T, you ain't going to know what to do with me. But say, girl, let me get off this phone. I'm talking about, I'm going to read you so good, you ain't going to have 3 follow-up questions. Because that's normally how I go. That's normally how I go. Child, I don't even have no follow-up questions for me. Now, you may have 1 or 2 in the day to have that follow-up question. But, hey, most of the time, when I eat them down, baby, they ain't even got a follow-up question for me. Eats down. So, this ain't no ego. Know that ain't nobody coming before you. Know that I charge celebrities the same thing I charge you. Know that I ain't choosing a celebrity over you. Know that if it didn't happen today, I promise you I'm gonna get to you. Know that if I had to reschedule, it wasn't your time, and that's okay. And I'm gonna start putting it in my terms and conditions. I'm gonna work on that this weekend. And know that I love you. And know that I respect you and I value your time. And know that I appreciate you above all. So I'm gonna end live because, honey, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. My man got a little attitude. But y'all know why he got an attitude? Because he gotta go to work in the morning. Okay? And he got an attitude because he gotta go to work. And he want me to go to bed because he going to bed. And when I don't go to bed, when he go to bed, he have attitude. He have latitude. And the thing about it is I can go to bed with him, but y'all know, listen, I'm finna smoke. I'm gonna want me a little snacky snack, a little drinky drink. And he not gonna want to hear me popping cans, eating chips in the bed with him. But he'll have an attitude till I get in the bed. And you know what? When I get up there in the bed, I will end up doing something to ease his mind so that he can go to sleep and be happy. And then I'm up looking at the ceiling. I ain't going to get in no bed right now, man. He's a baby. I go to bed with this man every night. Every night. Sometimes your girl need a night for herself. Sometimes I want to watch this darn Nikki Baby and Jello interview, okay? And Chastity the only one with a Zeus password around here. So baby, I gotta get her to come down here and sign in the Zeus so that I can watch this Jason Lee show and watch the interview. I want to watch that damn interview, y'all. I've been trying to watch this interview for days, and then he come down here with an attitude like, oh, that's why I had to put y'all on mute. I'm like, so what we about to do? We about to smoke? He talking about. Nah, I'm not about to smoke because by the time I get in the bed, it's going to be after 12. And then before you know it, it's going to be 4 o'clock. And I'm going to go to work and I'm going to be so tired. Well, then you should have just stayed in the bed. You ain't even have to come down here. You could have just stayed in the bed when I told you that I was finna roll my little cone up. When I told him that, he could have just stayed in the bed because nobody was mad. I'm just rolling my little cone up. No. You know what he had to do? Follow me down. Then when he seen I was on live, instant attitude. Instant. Because now I'm talking to y'all at 11 o'clock at night. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now I'm talking to y'all. And then I'm not going to bed when you go to bed. Baby, I must want to start a war. So now I got to go up here and do something strange for a little piece of change for him to have a better attitude. Okay. But I got to eat and watch this interview and smoke first. And then I'm gonna go do something strange for a little piece of change. And then he gonna wake up with a smile on his face and he gonna go to work and he ain't gonna be worried about me no more. But baby, that's what you have to do. This is marriage, okay? This is marriage. Okay? I'm getting y'all in trouble. Y'all getting me in trouble. Because I want to come here and talk to y'all. Because I'm thinking he sleep. That's the only reason I came on here. I said, oh, I can talk to him. Because he sleep. How he end up down here? Baby, if he could have got me with that eye roll, baby, he would have got me. He would he would have got me with that eye roll because he was sick of my shit when I said I'm on live. You on live. So he gone on up, yeah. He had an instant attitude. It was off the chain. So he done mosey his way back upstairs. So I have to go back. I'm a nasty dancer, dancer for money. That's what I gotta do when I get upstairs, child. I'm already prepared and ready. I got to stretch because you know my knees is a little crinkly these days and my back be hurting me a little bit. So I gotta stretch out a little bit, hit the neck, and then go up there and then I'm a nasty dancer, dancer for money. Then he'll go to sleep and all will be well. So I love y'all. I got to go before I get cussed out in the morning, okay? I love y'all though. Have a great night. Thank y'all for tuning in and listening to me. Please be careful in this retrograde. Cause it's thick out here. The retrograde energy is thick out here. Don't sign nothing unless you double check it and don't send an email if you got a misspelling in it. And don't cuss them people out at work, okay? We in the retrograde. Remember that. We in the retrograde till the 11th of August. Hold it down. POP, okay? All right. I love y'all. Later.